I told them I was married. Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. In today's video, we're talking about that pesky situation where you got a visit visa to the United States, but you only got that visit visa because you told the State Department that you were married. Now remember, whenever someone files a DS-160 asking for a visit visa to the United States, they have to prove to the satisfaction of the consular official that they will return home to the home country when the time comes. You get 6 months to come to the United States, and the State Department is super worried that people are just coming to the United States and planning to stay. So you've got to be able to show them that you have enough ties back in your home country to make you want to come back home on time. And of course, the greatest tie that you could possibly have would be a spouse or children in your home country. Now, sometimes people lie about being married. They lie on the DS-160. They hire these outside consultants, these people that work around the consulates, and they're visa pros, or they're helpful people, or agents, or notarios. They call them all different kinds of things, but basically they promise, we will get you a visit visa to the United States. Now, here's the thing. You probably don't want to read this DS-160 because we're going to put some stuff in there that it ain't true. And so they have you mark that box. Yes, I'm married. Now, if you don't mark that box that says that you're married, then you're going to most likely not receive a visa. But if you get that visa with a lie on there, it's its own poison pill. You might get to come to the United States right now, but long term, it's going to be a big hassle for you. So let's fast forward. Let's say that we have someone, let's call him Abdullah in Pakistan. He filled out a DS-160. He hired one of these notarios, one of these agents that hangs around the consulate in Islamabad who promises, I can get you this visa. And Abdullah says that he's married to Miriam in Pakistan, and he's going to come back at the end of those 6 months. Then old Abdullah comes to the United States. He doesn't leave after 6 months. A few years later, he falls in love with Teresa, and he decides to marry Teresa, and Teresa wants to sponsor him for a visa, and the case proceeds on a green card case to get Abdullah a green card. And lo and behold, USCIS wants to know, hey, we looked up your DS-160. It said you're married to Miriam, but we don't think you were. What's the deal? And then they hit him with a misrepresentation charge. A misrepresentation charge makes Abdullah's life a whole lot more complicated, all because that agent told him to say that he was married when he wasn't. This is a huge problem, huge problem. And this is going to require a waiver because this is what you call a misrepresentation. They say to themselves, we wouldn't have given him this visa if he'd been honest about his marital status at the time he filled out his DS-160. And so he's going to need a waiver. So now Abdullah is going to have to file the I-130 petition, and then he's going to have to file a 601 waiver to try to overcome that misrepresentation. He's going to have to prove that it would be an extreme hardship for his new U.S. citizen spouse, Teresa, if old Abdullah gets sent back to Pakistan. This is going to make things a lot slower, a lot more expensive, a lot more stressful, and a lot harder. So my advice to you is do not, under any circumstances, lie on your DS-160. Do not say that you have children or spouses that you don't really have, right? Because most likely you are going to screw up your future self and make a problem for yourself when you get here. Now, every now and then, those waivers are granted, but you certainly can't rely on it. You certainly shouldn't come to the United States with that plan. If you have that plan, we don't want to help you. We don't want anything to do with you. If this is what happened, though, and that's what you did, we would be willing to try to help you if we think there's a compelling case for a waiver, and if you sort of admit to us and then to the government what it is that you did. Now, the biggest wild card here is sometimes the State Department and USCIS come up with a different trick. They don't say you made a misrepresentation. They just act like you were really married to Miriam, and they ask you for the divorce decree. And then they say, well, you can't marry Teresa. Your I-130 can't be approved because you were really married to Miriam and you did not have a valid divorce. That's its own set of problems. That's its own set of headaches. So in any event, listen to my words. Do not lie about your marital status on your DS-160. We hope this makes sense. If you find yourself in a situation that sounds like this and you need our help to file that waiver or to get working on it, give us a call, 314-961-8200. Email us info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. If you're just looking for some free information, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Whenever I make a new video, you'll get alerted right away. Also, when we go live on our Immigration Answers show, you will be the first to know that we've gone live. And then, of course, we have our Facebook group, which is called Immigrant Home. We'd love to have you join us there. The show also shows inside of the Immigrant Home Facebook group. And in that group, you can talk to other immigrants going through the process. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.